Hi everyone, welcome back to the walkthrough. In this session we're going to make our way through the Opera House. So the first enemy we'll find here will be up on the stairs. See them coming down. And then we'll get this loot. This is the shortcut door that will eventually lead to the boss of the area, the King of Puppets. First direction we will head is right. Now if you come in here, one of these enemies will drop. Notice the puppet strings. They're being buffed by something up top. So what we want to do is lure them back down here where they will be out of range of that buff, and then they will be nice and weak. Because otherwise they're very, very strong. So see, they die really easily if you get them away from the bigger enemy that was buffing them, and we'll see that enemy in a second here. If we come up here, so that's it right there, pretty creepy looking spider thing. Now this enemy has an area effect attack around it that will debuff you with a special debuff similar to Shock and Break called Disruption. Now, if Disruption actually gets on you, like if the purple bar manages to turn to orange because you filled it up, you just instantly die. So you want to be very, very careful. You can either have special ampules ready to purify it or just stay out of range, but you want to watch out for that. You can see that. That's what its attack looks like. They're pretty easy to kill though, but that's what makes them so dangerous. And that's there's another one on the other side you'll see. We can't actually get to it yet until we go up the other stairs. For now we're going to go through here and go to this chest over here. So we get a disruption cartridge that'll actually help protect us a little bit more from that disruption buildup. And then we will head over here where we will actually find Adelina Corday, the singer. This is the White Lady's sister.
Oh, who are you? You're not a puppet. Are you here to listen to my music? I can't sing anymore. This petrification disease took away my songs, riddles. I was fooled by him. He said this place was a shelter. Trisha, I'm so sorry.
Patricia is her sister, the White Lady.
Oh, Patricia, I'm parched.
We can give her an apple. Remember, we purchased that apple from Paul and Dina at the hotel.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I can't stop death from taking Trisha. I coveted your voice. If I can't match it, then even
so you can
if
tell
I
a pretty
have to
dark
break
story.
you,
She actually was responsible for her sister.
all day must
Voices being sabotaged, so she ended up having to become a stalker of the White Lady.
know it's wrong.
You can see here, this is the path to the boss. We're going to open the shortcut door and then we'll run across that beam to get to the boss. So this isn't actually a very large area. So now we're going to head over to this side. It's a similar situation on this side with some smaller enemies who are being buffed by another one of those spider-like things. So we'll just let them come down. There's no need to rush anything. Now if we go up there, you can actually technically skip this enemy if you want to. So look at that. So now if I don't get away, I'm in big trouble. Just to demonstrate that. That will fade over time. But like if he gets to me now, I'm gonna possibly die. So that's where having a special ampule, you can see a special purification ampule got rid of it. But in general, you kind of just want to get away when he does the big burst. And as you can see, there's nothing really up here. There's no other loot, so you're just killing him for the ergo, essentially. And then really fast, we're going to put throwing cells back on my extra bag. Because there's actually one of the enemies here, but they're accompanied by a bunch of the little guys, so it's better to just get rid of them. And now these aren't buffed anymore. We can grab the loot here. There's actually nothing down there. We'll go down this way. There's nothing here either. If we go in here, now we're underneath the area with the beam and the swinging chandelier. You can see the way forward's blocked, but we can get around it from the other side. And then here we'll get a technique amulet, which is probably pretty good for us to equip. I'm going to replace my life amulet with the technique amulet. Give us a little more damage. Where'd it go? There. Who needs life anyway? And then here you can see there's a big enemy. This one will just patient smash, which is enough to stagger him. They would be kind of scary, but we had fables, so that made it easy. Patient smash carrying us. So that's the exploding pickaxe blade. Which is XXX. There it is. So that's motivity. There's a little something to read over here. As you can see, Adelina Corday, very much revered. This is a shortcut we're on the wrong side of. And now you can see that's the doorway to the final boss. You can see the Spectre. And now that's been unlocked. So now you could actually run to the boss if you wanted to, but what we're going to do is drop down. And remember, we held on to our Trinity key because I relied on the fact that I know that the second Trinity Sanctum and the Cathedral didn't really have any interesting loot, like nothing that gave us power gains. So, and this by skipping that one, we'll only have to backtrack one time instead of 3 times. So now we go in here and we get the loot. Because this one actually gives us both gear and a quartz, so it's way better to just get this ahead of time because now we can use this on the Puppet King. I assume there's something on the wall to read. I'll go over here. Turn on our lamp. So yeah, if you do it that way, you basically gain a quartz, because there wasn't a quartz in the second Trinity Sanctum. So we can come out here. And if you go over here, it'll open a shortcut back into the hallway with the statue of Adelina. Not really even a necessary shortcut, but I mean, now there are some of these creepy guys in here. More are going to drop down. You can see he's being buffed. There's another one of those spider things up above us. And you can see we'll get this to drop. And they take more than, a few more hits. Actually, they still died in 2 hits, huh? Oh. Then there's a safe in here. And we get the Venini collection. And now we're gonna head upstairs. Get this loot here. There are 2 enemies, big enemies up here. There's both a big puppet, one of those big puppets, and then also one of the spider things. So we're going to use a Fabric Catalyst. So we want to make sure we're ready to patient smash this guy. So now we're ready. And that staggers him. Nothing over here, and now you can see we've got one of these guys again. And there are also the littler puppets that are accompanying them. Oh, interesting. Can't actually puppet string them. Maybe that has to do with them being buffed. Give ourselves some room to deal with all of these enemies. Then we get away. We can take advantage of the booster glaive here to get in and get out. And now they're no longer buffed. Then we'll head up here. Of loot here to read. And then there's a safe up here. Chest. Chest up here. And I think it's a cryptic vessel if I remember correctly. Yep, so that'll be another puzzle for us to do. And then here there's a piece of loot on this beam. So you can just go down the ladder and walk out onto it. You're actually, there's a butterfly down below. What you can do is kind of hug this and then walk carefully onto the beam. And then we're going to walk carefully back because we don't actually want to drop. So this area is tricky. There's 2 gunmen and a butterfly. If for whatever reason you mess this up, there's a shortcut gate as well back there. So if we don't manage to get the butterfly, we can actually respawn at the shortcut gate. So what you want to do is get this guy with the string. That makes this easier. So there's going to be a gunman around the corner on the right, and then a butterfly. And we're going to go for the butterfly first. And then... Oh, sorry, he was on the left. Okay. So we will make sure he misses. Puppet string. Oh, we're out of puppet string. Gonna pay for that. We're fine. And there's the last piece of loot here, and that's one more ergo fragment over by the boss entry. So we'll grab that, and then we will have cleared everything in this area. Nice and quick. I'll show that. What you have to do is cross, and then the loot's over there on the left. And then you don't want to get hit by this thing, so you wait for it and then run through. You can see there's our Spectre summoning, and here's the fragment. And now what we're going to do is... yeah, I'll go ahead and summon a Spectre, let you see everything here. This is just giving you a taste of the King of Puppets. We'll get the cutscenes out of the way for the Spectre run here, and then next session I'll show you the clean kill, hopefully without a Spectre. Oh, boom! There's our boss. So Romeo is actually a much smaller, more humanoid creature who's inside this big robot. But phase 1 is fighting this giant puppet, and then once we defeat it, there'll be a phase 2. And in phase 2, he's much more nimble, very, very quick, and can be quite challenging. So we have the Spectre, and we can just kind of let the Spectre hit it first. So you see that it's similar to the Scott Watchman. He has this move he does where he comes down with one arm. Now he's doing it on the Spectre. And then he gets much more aggressive and flies all over the place. It can get really annoying and hard to hit. I just want to get to phase 2 so you can see the cutscene. It's really ignoring the Spectre here. So we can come in here and patient. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. I was gonna try to go into patient smash. Okay, yeah, the patient smash is enough to transition. And we don't need to survive very long in phase 2. I just wanted to show you what it looks like and get the cutscene out of the way. It's also just kind of showing that when you have the Spectre, these fights just get trivialized to some degree. So he does have this giant attack he does where he sets his weapon on fire and then just hits you with like a zillion attacks, and it can be very satisfying to learn how to perfect guard that. But I would strongly suggest for beginners, so there you just go left when he does that leap. But for beginners, I would strongly suggest when he does the complicated giant attack, just run away from him. You'll survive as long as you run away and then kind of start rolling at the very end of it. It's just ridiculous how easy it is to... like, he's already half dead from me and the Spectre. I think I'm gonna just sit here now and so we can see the big attack that he does. Since I'm out of pulse cells, I want to try to live long enough so you can see it. So what he'll do is set his weapon on fire. Might be I have to get him a little lower. Oh, here it is. No, not yet. Wanting to see him do it here, he still hasn't. I don't want to kill him. Hopefully this won't kill him. Alright. I'm gonna have my last resort ready because I don't want to... Here it is. Nope. Still won't do it. Alright, he's killed the Spectre. Maybe he'll do it now. He's normally lit his sword on fire by now. There. Nope. Well, I guess we will have to wait till the real fight to show it. Almost last resort. Maybe he's more reluctant to do it with a Spectre out. And I didn't want to accidentally kill him because I want to show you the fight without a Spectre. Alright, so we will go back and collect all of that ergo, and then we have a few things to turn in. We got some new quartz, and we have some puzzles to solve, a cryptic vessel, and we can expand the shop. So we can use our watch, go back to the hotel. We might even be able to... I didn't check to see if we got a half moonstone yet.
I know my way around.
Nope. So we'll give Vanini the cryptic vessel.
I always welcome. No trouble at all. There. If you ever need me.
And if you look at this one, it's actually the spot very early on, like on the very first level before the Parade Master, where we were looking at the hotel from the edge of the cliff.
At the House of Vanini.
So we're going to add shop goods.
At the House of Vanini.
So there's a lot of good new stuff to get. There's some new grindstones. So now we are going to have the capability to do acid against humans. We can also make our guard performance better. We're going to want to get the Tyrant Blade. The Tyrant Blade is really good. Not the handle, but the blade. You can put it on other things. It has crit. So you can attach it. It's 30% crit, if I remember correctly. And now we have some upgraded liners. And we get an amulet that helps us do more damage against monsters. So all of that's really useful. And we get a few new cranks. So we're not really going to end up leveling up much because we spent all our money on new goodies.
At the House of Vanini.
I'm going to get that last technique crank. So all that we have left is the other cranks, which we'll do once we're more flush with ergo. We could always do it before starting New Game Plus. And now we'll go solve that cryptic vessel. So you can go back to right before the Parade Master. And now we're just kind of running backwards here. in that area we wanted to get to is just right over here. And what you need to do is there's something buried, so you're going to use the check ground gesture.
Krat. I do love this view. It is a nice view.
Check
but
ground.
we must be moving.
And we get a new Legion caliber. And a new costume. From there, we'll go back to the hotel. And we're waiting on 3 Legion calibers, remember, to... we're waiting on 3 of them in order to upgrade our puppet string completely, so we still need 2 more. We did get a Legion plug. I think what I will probably make next is Falcon Eyes. Falcon Eyes allows you to shoot, and it scales with technique. So it's really, really good. So it's basically like use your Legion arm like a gun. Actually, I'll just show it. Come on, let me interact. As you upgrade Falcon Eyes, you can do it, take additional shots and dodge. You kind of go into an animation where you hold it and it detonates after a second. So that's pretty great. You can see it actually hits for a lot. So if you really like doing damage from range, that's a good option. And it's good for our build. But for me, I just really love the puppet string, especially once it's fully upgraded. I think it's hard for any of the other Legion arms to compete with puppet string, to be honest. Alright, and we have a quartz. And we only have this extra quartz because we are optimizing our Trinity Sanctum run through. We skipped the second Trinity Sanctum, which did not have a quartz. So this just gives you a leg up, gives you a whole extra quartz before going in to fight the King of Puppets. And to kind of show why that's cool, you have access to Phase 4 options, right? Which I think it might include another pulse cell. Can't remember though, let's see. 2, 3, 4. Alright, I guess no extra pulse cell use, but we can look at what our options are. Oh no, we did. Okay, increase pulse cells 4. So see, that gives us a whole extra pulse cell to fight this next boss because we did that Trinity Sanctum trick. So now we have 8. And we fully charged our Fable slots when I went to demonstrate Falcon Eyes, so we are ready to go back, and then we will end our session in front of the Puppets boss arena, and at the start of the next video, I will show you a clean kill of the King of Puppets. Hopefully, I don't actually like... So the way the King of Puppets works with Romeo is... The thing that kills most people in that second phase is they get there with too few pulse cells is the first thing. But then the second big difference in that fight is whether or not he lit the sword on fire. You saw that he didn't. That big attack never happened. If you can actually stagger him or just stun him, interrupt him out of setting his sword on fire, and then you kill him really quickly and everyone's like, what? That fight was so easy. I don't understand why you find it so difficult. And that's where the disconnect is, because the people who had to deal with that fire attack and didn't know to just run away are like, oh my god, he's insane. And the people who just coincidentally killed him without him ever lighting the sword on fire are like, what? He was easy. So you sometimes have situations like that where people don't understand why someone else found the boss easy or hard, and what actually happened is they didn't see the hardest mechanic of the fight. I actually think it's annoying that you're able to bypass that mechanic, because I think it confuses people into thinking the fight is easier than it might be otherwise. But okay, we're going to end our session here, and in the next video we will fight the King of Puppets, and then move onwards. Until then, see you next time.